emotions 'cause I don't know how to control my feelings. This is going way too fast. Every time you look at me, I can't hold back. But I don't want to tell you that.
That's my lifestyle.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. The show has an NL East matchup. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the New York Mets.
Mommy don't like how I'm living, but what can I say? I tell her this my lifestyle.
Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Siggy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team. His bat's been lethal of late, and it's opening up a lot of opportunities for his teammates, too.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. About to get started here. Today's starting pitcher, Christian Scott.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
All right, ready to get underway. This is Bryson Stott. And that's through there for a strike. And that's how this series begins. And that one is lifted in the air. Robert makes the grab, one away. And time now for the Phillies lineup. Batting second, a really important guy for them, Alec Bohm.
Well, he's an important part of this lineup for sure. I mean, there's no doubt about it, Boog. It's somebody that they try to feed off of. He does a lot of things, very well up there at the plate. He's got a presence about him, and, he's a guy that you really kind of like to watch swing the bat.
Alec Bohm, the next to hit, takes ball one. And that one fouled off. Bohm, the third overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. One out, base is empty.
Nope, outside.
And a rope into center field, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting third, shortstop Trey Turner.
Here's Turner now. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday. Runner on the go. Cut on and miss. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Usually when you see a team try to steal a base in the early innings, it tells you they want to be aggressive on offense. Try to force the defense to make plays and slow them down. That's exactly what they did right there. So we'll see if that caught stealing changes the offensive approach moving forward.
2 out, space is empty.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with a fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The shortstop takes the ball.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And they'll do it again. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two outs. That was the sweeper, but it missed.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Down quickly go the Phillies. Now the Mets offense will go to work for the first time. No score. Back after this on the show. And we're back. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Matt Manning. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
That's towards center. Marsh on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number one. Here's a Mets lineup now. And one to watch, of course, their three-hole hitter, Juan Soto.
Well, these days we know teams, they put a game plan together for every hitter in a lineup. But a guy like this, they circle him. Make sure he doesn't beat you. So they put in a little extra time and effort on how they're going to approach him. He can be a huge difference maker when he's hot. So it's going to be fun to see how they try to work him right here.
And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. And the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Up the middle. Trey Turner gloves it. He puts it in his pocket, safe at first without a play.
Left fielder, Juan Soto.
Here's Juan Soto, third in the NL in RBIs this year. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Juan Soto goes deep. Home run number 10 of the year. It's 2-0. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat.
Phillies 0 Mets 2.
He got his front foot down. He was strong on his backside, and when his bat went through the zone, there's no question that ball was going to travel out of the ballpark. But that's, if you were putting the tape together, positive to watch, that's it right there. Just a perfect swing.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. That one not close. Ball one. Lindor with a homer in his last game. Hit in the air, center field. Marsh sizing this one up. And there's two down.
Batting fifth, first baseman, Jorge
Two down, base is
Polanco.
empty. And now the first baseman, Jorge Polanco. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Back there. Gone. Straight into the visitor. It's their second home run of the inning. It's 3-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
0 Mets 3.
Seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. Look at that, pure reaction. Fastball up and in, not an easy pitch to get to, but because it was just a reflex, he didn't have time to get long with this swing.
Here's the power hitting catcher, Francisco Alvarez. Out towards right center field, Rojas. Corrals it. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Here's a big power threat. Kyle Schwarber.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. Strike 2. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent as you mentioned, and maybe a little generous on the edges. Foul ball, still 0-2. Righty delivers. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Well, when you commit to throwing an inside fastball to your glove side across the strike zone, especially with 2 strikes, if you're going to miss, you want to miss off the plate in. You do not want to leave it out over the heart of the plate. So that was excellent execution on that pitch. Really tied him up, and he couldn't get a piece at all.
Check swing, called strike. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. That one the other way. Soto grabs it on the run.
That was just a great jump and route to the ball. Well, it had to be. If he was going to cover all that ground and bring in that sinking liner, that's the way it had to be done. Nice job.
2 outs, base is empty. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Luis Garcia. That one finds the corner. 0-1. Garcia bats left, throws right, 25 years old, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. And that is out of play. Two down, nobody on. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. And he's got a double.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
So runner at second, 2 down. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. On the ground, Mauricio slings to first, and that is the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. They trail in this one 3-0. Back here in Queens, now it's the DH, Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty.
Manic back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
On the mound, he's got to remember his offense can score a lot. So if he can hit the reset button from here going forward, there's still a chance that his club can win this ball game.
Swing and a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Ronnie Mauricio now. Mauricio launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Makes the catch, and there's one gone.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Luis Robert.
And now it's Luis Robert. That missed by a lot, and it's 1-0. Baden stands at first with one out. Waves at the bender for the strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field, and that'll fall for a base hit. The throw in. Safe there, and we've got runners at second and third with two away.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really a spot on the field where you can expect anyone to get to it easily. I mean, it's a tough play going back for the shortstop, but also for the...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone. And they add on. It's 6-0. One pitch, one swing, one home run.
Yeah, you can see that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. A good hitter gets pitch recognition.
Here's a new pitcher from the pen, Chris Bassett.
Well, he hasn't pitched in a while. 5 days rest, so he should be rested, but we'll see if he has any rust to shake off.
So 2 down. Here's the left fielder, Juan Soto. Garcia in plenty of time to first. That ends the frame. Mets get 3 on this homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. Welcome back. And coming off a series where the pitching was outstanding, we take a look at those numbers. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And in one hops the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Everything was mechanically sound with that swing right there. I mean, that's pretty much what you're wanting to replicate with every rep you take. You want good balance, barrel directly to the baseball, and good long extension after contact out in front of home plate. Man, there are a lot of doubles in a swing like that. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
So a man aboard. Garrett Stubbs stands in for the Phillies.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And foul ball. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. Now 1 away.
Well, that splitter out of the hand, it just sort of jumps on you, and your interpretation is here comes a fastball again. Well, it never really reaches because the bottom falls out of it and you swing over the top, and that's why they call it a split finger fastball, because it looks like a four-seamer.
And it's fouled away. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. 1 out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Smoked on the ground a second. Sends it to first. And 2 away now.
And good defensive play prevents a run from scoring right there.
For Philadelphia, third baseman Alec Bohm.
And here comes Alec Bohm. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. He swings and fouls 1 off. In the dirt, 1 and 2 to count. And down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. So they work around the leadoff double. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Mets 6 and the Phillies nothing. Back here at Citi Field, here's Francisco Lindor.
Shortstop Francisco Lindor.
Lindor was born in Puerto Rico, but actually played his high school ball in Florida. The shortstop takes the ball.
Well, these Mets really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or two, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
1 and 2 now. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. Fouls it off, still 1 and 2. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
The batter now, Jorge Polanco. He's already homered here in this one. And a foul ball. Center field. Marsh moves under it. And there's one away.
Now batting, the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez digs in now. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. That one misses.
No strike.
And that's ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. Late with the swing there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now before the 1-1, time is called. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right field. 2 down.
Now batting, designated hitter, Brett Beatty.
So up next, Brett Beatty. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
All 1's the count. Yeah.
Squirts away a little bit.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Two outs. And that one goes straight to the backstop. To second, but way too late. Safe there. And now a man into scoring position. Lindor stands at second with 2 gone. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 6 and the Phillies nothing. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well. Right through there for a strike.
They partnered back in 2023. Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
Next pitch misses way outside.
Well, a big lead like this is comfortable many times, but not when these 2 teams are matching up. You got to continue to keep your head down, play catch with that catcher, and just try to move through this lineup.
To the right side, and that one handled, and he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Struck out swinging his first time. And that is cut on and missed. 0-1.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
That one ripped. Soto really on his horse for it. Can't get to it as it drops into the corner. And that's a double. One down. And now for the Phillies, Bryce Harper. He's 0 for 1. Foul ball there. Runner at second here, one gone. Close one, doesn't get the call. And now it's even 1-1. Fastball for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and Harper is gone.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a two-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
Ground ball right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Phillies strand one. They still find themselves down 6-0. And we're back. Now it's the second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
Second baseman, Ronnie Mauricio.
And first offering is fouled off. And that's outside.
That's just out.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Stubbs fires to first. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
Perfectly executed 12-6 curveball right there. And with that kind of break, if you can drop it in below the zone like that, it's going to look like a strike the entire way coming in and then just disappear. So hard to get under the ball unless you're really gearing up for it, and you might need a pitching wedge.
So here's Robert now. Tap foul at the plate. The Mets up big in this one. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
No balls, 2 strikes. One ball, 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Schwarber settles under this one, hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, right fielder, Mike.
Here's Mike Tauchman, 1 for 2.
It's just some places we go. It's just some whips we roll. Oh.
That one the other way. Turner with the throw to first. Tauchman is gone. And that'll do it. Down in order go the Mets. But they're on top by a count of 6-0. We go to the top of the fifth. And now the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. Marsh, in his 5th season, 28 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate. hitting over 350 in his last 10. Fastball for a strike. And that misses. And the count is 1-1.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
That's off the inside corner. And that's ball 2. That one missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
Back up the middle and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately.
Right
I can watch
fielder,
base hits like
Johan
that one all
Rojas.
day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Soto. He's got it. And there's one away.
Now batting, catcher Garrett Stubbs.
Garrett Stubbs stands in for the Phillies. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
0-1's the count.
Marsh, the runner at first with one gone in the inning. Next offering is fouled back. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Swing and a ball popped up. Lindor brings it in, and that's the 3rd out. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. It's the Mets 6 and the Phillies nothing. We head to the bottom of the 5th, and stepping in for New York, Reggie
Leading
Crawford.
off for the Mets, third baseman Reggie
Bassett back to work.
Crawford.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Juan Soto. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Mets putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And an excellent job keeping it right there.
Nicely done right there to bury that 2-strike splitter in the dirt. Pretty much perfect execution. Very much like what you're trying to do with a 2-strike curveball. But you could argue a splitter is a little tougher to pick up than a breaking ball because you just can't see it out of the pitcher's hand like you can that hump in a curveball.
Fouled off left side. In the dirt.
0-2 is the count.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts. So they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Hey.
This one in the dirt.
0-1. Hey!
In the dirt.
No balls, 2 strikes.
The tag, and he's out at second. Inning over. Mets go down quickly. They lead it, though, 6-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. And a strike on the outside edge.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble.
Oh, and a great stop. The throw, and they get the out.
Third basemen have to be so quick with their first step reactions. Hot shots like that. That's why they call it the hot corner. That's a perfect example, though. There's no way he gloves that one if he's not dialed in, anticipating something coming his way, staying on his toes every pitch. Really nice job to get back up, set himself, and make a strong throw across the diamond.
Popped in the air, left field. Hauls it in for the out. 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder Kyle Schwarber.
2 down, bases empty, and Kyle Schwarber will come up. First round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. Hit hard but foul off to the left. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
All over that one right there. Pulled that one right in the direction of the shifted defense, but no one could make a play on it. I mean, that's his approach, and it's probably not changing.
Bryce Harper up now. I think one of my favorite moments from his 2024 season was his soccer-style celebration after he hit a home run in London.
Is that when we went with the knee slide?
Exactly, and really into it, too. He yelled, "I love soccer," over and over while going through the high-five line of the dugout.
When in Rome, as they say.
Or London. Schwarber leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. It's the Mets 6 and the Phillies nothing.
Do you think that's just a statement? Then you ludicrous like it's word of mouth. I ain't new to what I'm about. Excuse me, miss, like what's your name? How about we just tone it
Back
down?
here in Queens, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the first baseman, Jorge Polanco. Swinging a foul straight back. Next offering is fouled back. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he used the slow curve very effectively right there. He just spun it up to the plate and had his guy way out in front. Not only a good pitch, but a really good job of setting it up.
Francisco Alvarez will hit next. Swings through that one.
0-1.
Fought off foul. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Making 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Man, it's so tough to let a slow curveball like that one just travel all the way into the contact zone. You see it out of the hand, and you're telling yourself, off speed, stay back. But you just get too excited, you think you're going to hammer it, and you still end up way out in front.
Beatty now at the plate. One.
Hey, 7 straight strikes to start the frame. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
On the ground to third. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Didn't look to me like he got
Now
a great
batting,
handle on the
second
ball as it came
baseman,
out of his hand.
Ronnie
Cold nights, not really fun to play in, and it makes it tough to hit as well. Makes it tough to throw, and might have played a factor right there.
Man at first, and next for the Mets, Ronnie Mauricio. 0 for 2 in this one. Ground ball right side. Garcia throws to first, and that is the third out of the inning. It's a bit of a blowout now, which gives us a bit more freedom here in the booth.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No, I wouldn't. Even on the road trips, I was, pretty average. There were some guys that would dial it up, and there'd be some outfits where you're kind of double taking and saying, where in the world are you going? But overall, I'd say I kept it low key.
The other way, Crawford throws across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Now batting, the center fielder, Brandon Marsh.
And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. Yeah, you see some guys into the fashion nowadays, and big on the gram, as the kids like to say. Post their fits, right? That's what you say?
Is that what it is?
Fit, your fit, your outfit, your fit.
Got a little drip around the neck, too.
Yeah, believe it. Scale of 1 to 10, how old do we sound right now?
Really old, like close to Social Security benefits.
Yeah. No. Next pitch is inside, and the count even 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command,
Johan
not walking opposing batters. This offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm, put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing, because he's coming right after these guys.
And there's a foul ball. That one hit to right. Fair ball. Now he'll turn for second. And they hold him at second. Maybe this is going to be the moment they start the comeback. And he's there with a double.
Now batting, catcher, Garrett Stubbs.
And now the catcher comes up to him. Garrett Stubbs. And first offering is fouled off.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Goes down looking. 1 left for Philadelphia. Still up against a 6-0 deficit. back to the ballpark. And now here's big center fielder Luis Robert. That one fouled off. The delivery to Robert. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
No balls,
Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Phil Bickford up and throwing. Smith also throwing. Here's the 0-2. That one down the line, and that's just foul. Foul ball, still 0-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Swing and a foul out of play. Liner caught it second.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. Reggie Crawford getting ready to hit. 3 for 3, 2 singles and a homer. Lined in the left center, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. That's a double, and he's got a 4-hit day. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So digging in, Juan Soto. And a foul ball. Out to short. Trey Turner gloves it. Throws to first in time. They get the out on Soto. And that is that. Back here at Citi Field. We're at the top of the 8th. And now Bryson Stott.
Now pitching.
Oscar Brazoban gets the ball now.
Compared to some days, this is a pretty low leverage appearance for him, so he should be fairly free and easy out there. Still have to keep yourself sharp and attack the strike zone.
And first offering is fouled off. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
Popped up. Lindor makes the catch for the out. These two offenses can put up runs in a hurry. And now it's Alec Bohm, 1 for 3. Brazoban, 36 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. Foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. And the count is 0-2. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. And foul ball. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Turner in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, I think he was waiting on the changeup right there, and he got it. It just drifted too far in on him. I think that pitch is just a little more out over the plate. Probably squares it up, but instead, he's going to have to go take a seat.
Strike 2.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
2 outs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Outside low, and that is ball 1. Swings and misses. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful. This one pretty well decided at this point. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the Mets 6 and the Phillies nothing. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Tanner Banks.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate.
Shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Yeah, that's fouled off. And that one lifted in the air center field. Myers on the move. He makes the grab. 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Line drive. Puts it away for the out.
Up next for the Mets, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
2 down, bases empty. And here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Schwarber ranges back. Way back out of here. A solo shot. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they tack one on. It's 7-0.
Phillies 0 Mets 7.
I wasn't sure he hit that one as hard as he needed to get it out of here, but it had just enough behind it for the homer. What an attempt at the wall, though. He really gave a terrific effort to try and bring that one back.
Base is empty with 2 away. Brett Beatty, the next to hit. Outside with a breaking ball. Two down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one in the air, center field. And the inning is over. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. Last chance coming up for the Phillies. And we're back.
Leading
All
off
set
for
to start the 9th in this one. Here is Bryce Harper.
Now pitching.
Taking over on the mound for the Mets, Luke Weaver. Hasn't pitched in the last 3 days.
Faster than pray, God answered. That's why we give him all the glory. Yeah, that's what he do. Bring it through to the other side. All praises to the Most High. Better testify, Spirit got him on fire. Yeah, I'm too strong, I'm way too blessed. Too strong in God, I flex, 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 flex. Yeah, too strong, I'm way too blessed. Too strong in God, I flex. Too strong in God, I flex.
There's a strike.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
That one outside. Ball 1. That one missing inside. Out to center. Robert hauls it in, and there's one away. And now it's Luis Garcia. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for something off speed away.
The Phils with a lot of ground to make up here at the top of the 9th. Misses off the plate, and the count is 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Phillies have just 1 out remaining.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because It was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Next offering is in for a strike.
No, he's really working that inside corner with the cutter. I tell you what, I hated that pitch. So tough to get the barrel to and to keep it fair.
1 strike away.
Wow, he got away with a mistake right there.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.